Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'm sitting here interacting with you. There was another police incident, a shooting. In Ohio, a teen had a knife. I'm making a very short story even shorter. A cop was called to a residence. There was a disturbance. A teen was being violent, whatever. And when the cop gets there, and this chick, she has a knife, and she's about to stab another chick who's pinned against a car. And then the cop, shoots the person with the knife. That's what police are supposed to do. And so obviously, usually, when you get shot 4 times, you usually die. So the girl died. And, of course, LeBron, LeChina, LeWoke James, uh, posted a tweet where he posted the picture of the cop, and he said, what did he say? I want to. He said accountability and the time's ticking. Um, Basically, LeBron doxed this cop who was just doing his job, and basically called for his millions of followers. I think LeBron James has like almost 6 million followers on Twitter, and so he's basically like outing the cop, calling for his followers to obviously do something bad to him. Because like, why else would you put the cop's picture and go, accountability and time's ticking. That's, to me, that seems like a threat, a very obvious threat. Um, LeBron James is stupid. Because what do you think's going to happen when you have people who follow you who are just as stupid as you? One of them is going to try to, probably do physical harm to the cop and his family. So LeBron James needs to be, I don't know, something needs to be done. Take his phone away. But anyway, the whole point of this is, because, I only talk about things that are funny and entertaining to me, because this is what this podcast is for me. O.J. Simpson gave LeBron James some advice. I believe he posted, I don't know, I don't use social media anymore. O.J. Simpson posted on his social media, and he was giving LeBron James advice about how you should think before you tweet, get all the facts first, because everyone's like, LeBron, the cop was just doing his job. He saved the life. Not every police incident is bad, and so LeBron James is getting lots of pushback, lots of negative attention from this, and he probably should just shut up in trouble. But when you have O.J. Simpson, O.J. killed 2 people. When he's telling you that you're making bad life choices, bad life decisions, he's telling you to think before you act. When a murderer is telling you think before you act, that's saying something. Oh my god, when you're getting life advice from a killer, that shows you made a dumb decision. So remember, LeBron James has a high school education, and when you're a really good athlete in high school, in college, in any you know um, place of education, except for Stanford, uh, your homework's done for you. You don't really have to know anything because you're good at your sport. People go to the stadium or whatever the venue, pay for, you bring money to the school, so they want you to be able to participate. So they make sure your grades are, in the right bracket. I think you need like a C average. I think, but anyway. So basically, you have to take that into account when it comes to LeBron James. High school education, but it's not really a high school education. As soon as he was a good basketball player, so freshman year, uh, he wasn't doing schoolwork. He uh, And just because you're a professional athlete or just because you're anything doesn't mean you can't be smart. Just because you're good at whatever. Actors are another one where like they're an actor, but then they think they're political scientists, and so they go out and give their opinion, but it's usually uneducated. But anyway, so it's not just because he's an athlete; it's because he was really good at his craft, basketball, and so he really doesn't have to do schoolwork. He really doesn't have to know about the world, because LeBron James's world is different than the average person. So when it comes to politics, when it comes to social issues, he is the last one that I want to hear about. But unfortunately, he's very influential because he can put a ball in a hoop. If LeBron James took an IQ test, if you believe in IQ tests and think the results are valid, he probably has the IQ of a shoebox. You know, you can tell a person is dumb because of they do things to make other people think they're smart. Like how many times has LeBron James on his social media taken a picture of himself holding a book, like reading a book, but it's supposed to be whatever, book by Malcolm X or a book about politics, and every time he's taken a picture like that, he's always been on the first page. The fact he's not holding the book upside down, he should get praise for that. But he's, I don't know. But you have to understand. You have to understand. Him being a product of the public school system, you see how dumb he is. Okay, but just think about the average person. The average person went to public school. The average, okay. I spent 8 years in college playing hacky sack. I know a little bit more about politics, about life in general, than LeBron does. So my tweets should be the ones that get more attention than him. Now on my Twitter, I talk about how much I wanted to bang my roommate because let's just say I like Filipino women. But anyway. Yeah. So anyway. It just seems like the more dumb, the more you shouldn't be listened to, that correlates to how many followers you have on Twitter or Instagram. So a person like me has 0 followers. A person like LeBron James has 6 million. But the level of sheep that he controls, they will listen to every single word he says. Now, you take a person like Jordan Peterson, a person you probably should listen to. He has, a couple of million followers, but people who listen to him tend to be smarter, so they think for himself. They're just listening to him just to get another opinion. So if Jordan Peterson was go jump off a bridge, no one's going to do it. But if LeBron James says jump off a bridge, there might be a couple hundred people who would do it. So a person like him has to watch what he says, but he's too dumb to watch what he says. People who are smart watch what they say, so you don't have to worry about them. So it's I don't know. It's someone needs to take his phone away. Once again, O.J. Simpson is giving him advice on think before you act. A murderer is telling you think before you act. That says it all right there. If a person who killed 2 people is giving you life advice, you're living your life wrong. LeBron James needs to fix his life. Or at least put his phone down. Anyway, have a good one.